Alright, so in this video we're going to look at normal salts. Alright, normal salts. So what are normal salts? Normal salts are formed when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid have been completely replaced by metallic ions from a base. Alright, normal ions are formed when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid have been completely replaced by metallic ions from a base. Alright, so look at this acid, hydrochloric acid. When it reacts with potassium hydroxide, this potassium, which is a metallic ion, will completely replace all the replaceable hydrogen ion in this hydrogen chloride. So this hydrogen chloride contains just one replaceable hydrogen ion. So this potassium hydroxide is going to replace all of it to form potassium chloride and water. This potassium chloride is an example of a normal salt. Alright, why is it a normal salt? It is a normal salt because it does not contain any hydrogen ion, it does not contain any hydroxide ion, and all the replaceable hydrogen ion in the acid was completely replaced by a metallic potassium ion to form potassium chloride. Alright, that is why it is a normal salt. Again, why is potassium chloride a normal salt? It is a normal salt because all the replaceable hydrogen ion in the acid, which is hydrochloric acid, have been completely replaced by a metallic potassium ion from this base. Alright, so this is an example of a normal salt, N salt. Alright, then we have tetraoxovic acid and zinc oxide. Tetraoxovic acid and zinc oxide, H2SO4 and zinc oxide. So we have two replaceable hydrogen ions here in tetraoxovic acid. So when it reacts with zinc oxide, which is a base, it is going to form zinc tetraoxovic. So all the replaceable hydrogen ion in this acid, which are the two hydrogen ions, have been completely replaced by what? Zinc. By zinc ion to form zinc tetraoxovic. So zinc tetraoxovic is an example of what? A normal salt. Alright. So again, a normal salt is an example of a salt, or is a salt formed when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid have been completely replaced by metallic ions from a base. Alright. So potassium chloride is an example of a normal salt. Zinc tetraoxovic is an example of a normal salt. Alright, so it's very important that you should know that normal salts are neutral. Normal salts are neutral to litmus paper. Alright, normal salts are neutral. They are neutral to what? To litmus paper. Very important. Alright, so normal salts are neutral to litmus paper. Very important, except sodium triisocarbonyl 4, aluminum chloride, sodium sulfide, and iron 3 chloride. So all other normal salts are neutral to litmus paper except these four: sodium triisocarbonyl 4, aluminum chloride, sodium sulfide, and what? And iron 3 chloride. These salts are not neutral to litmus. Alright, so again, what are normal salts? Normal salts are formed when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid have been completely replaced by metallic ions from a base. So what we talked about before, we talked about the different types of salts. There are 5 basic types of salts in chemistry. We have normal salts, acid salts, basic salts, double salts, and what? Complex salts. These are the 5 types of salts. Alright, so here we've looked at the normal salt, and I said that normal salts are salts that are formed when all the replaceable hydrogen ions in an acid have been completely replaced by metallic ions from a base. And this is an equation that explains that all the replaceable hydrogen ion in this hydrogen chloride have been completely replaced by potassium from a base to form what? Potassium chloride. This is an example of a normal salt. All the replaceable hydrogen ion here, the two replaceable hydrogen ions here in tetraoxovic acid, have been completely replaced by zinc from zinc oxide, which is a base, to form zinc tetrasulfate 6. So this is an example of a normal salt. Alright, so when you look at a salt and you do not see any hydrogen ion inside, or you do not see any hydroxide ion inside, know that that salt is an example of a normal salt. Right? So all normal salts are neutral to litmus except sodium trioxocarbonate for aluminum chloride, sodium sulfide, and what? Iron 3 chloride. So let's look at this question. Which of the following normal salts is not neutral to litmus? Which of the following normal salts is not neutral to litmus? So, like I said, there are 4 normal salts that are not neutral to litmus. They include sodium triazocarbonate 4, it is not neutral to litmus. Aluminium chloride, it is not neutral to litmus. Sodium sulfide, it is not neutral to litmus. And iron 3 chloride is not neutral to litmus. So these 4 salts are not neutral to litmus. So the question again is, which of the following normal salts is not neutral to litmus? So calcium chloride is neutral to litmus, sodium chloride is neutral to litmus, aluminum chloride is not neutral to litmus. So this is the answer, because the question says which of the following salts is not neutral to litmus. So aluminum chloride is not neutral to litmus. Alright, so all these examples are not neutral to litmus. Sodium triazocarbonate 4, aluminum chloride, sodium sulfide, iron 3 chloride. They are not neutral to litmus. Alright, they are normal salts but are not neutral to what? To litmus. Alright.